dudes! Welcome to pumpkin spiced cinnamon swirl cake!
So you'll know the small little cinnamon swirl. We've upgraded in making it into a cake. It's got pumpkin spice in the middle. It is so good. You might go, why make it into a cake? It's better, it's bigger, it tastes incredible. It goes gooey and soft and has a cream cheese frosting.
It's such a seasonal delicacy. This is really, this is
dare I say, this is one of the best cakes we've made. Okay, first step, into a bowl. 500 grams of self-raising flour. In it goes. In on top of that, we have 100 grams of caster sugar. In that goes. Nice pinch of salt, hang on. Nice pinch of salt.
And we're just gonna take a sieve and we're gonna mix all that together.
A whisk.
Right, there we go, we're ready.
Next step, 200 grams of plant-based butter. In it goes. And you are gonna, it was my chef mother always said this, so when you're melting butter, just think light, fluffy thoughts.
So what we're doing here is we're just gonna massage the butter into the flour and...
until it reaches a breadcrumb-like texture. So you're using the heat of your body to melt the butter and then to mix it through to enrich the dough. Okay, so we've mixed our dough until it reaches this lovely, creamy,
it's
rich
delicious.
state.
It really is. It's a very pleasant job. It is like proper mindfulness.
Okay, make a well in the middle. Take 250 ml of oat milk or milk of choice. Pour it in, and we're going to bring our dough together. Important notice to have a little bowl of flour ready because we are going to need this slightly to develop a little bit of gluten strands, just so it holds its shape together. So bring our dough together. We don't want to develop gluten so it becomes really tight, but we want to develop a little so it doesn't fall apart. So it's a delicate balance.
It's not too hot, not too cold, just the perfect bowl of porridge.
Yeah, and you'll hear me say this and you go, what's he saying? But when you mix it, you'll get it. It's very instinctive. Okay, once our dough has come together and it feels nice, just put a dusting of flour on top of our dough and a little dusting on top of our counter. We're gonna pour this out. We're just gonna work it a little bit. So it's only a little tiny bit. So we're talking like a minute, max 2. And it's literally that we don't want this falling apart, but we want it to be able to hold its shape. Once we're happy that it's come together, it's a nice dough, we are gonna pin this.
So pinning literally means using the rolling pin to pin it to the exact depth that we need.
Yeah, so it's really important here we have the right height. Just carefully move it. And the reason why I move it is just to, one, ensure that it doesn't stick, and two, it's just easier to control. So if it does start to stick, just pull it up like this, pop a little bit more flour down, and just be gentle with it. Once we're happy we've rolled it out and we're pretty consistent with it, take a knife, and we're just gonna cut it into the square. Just take off some of the edges, but don't be too, like any of the waste bit, you can literally roll into little baby ones that you can have as a treat when they're still hot.
So next thing we're gonna do is to make our pumpkin butter. We've got 100 grams of melted plant-based butter. We've got 100 grams of pumpkin puree. In this case, all we did is I peeled a pumpkin and I roasted
This was one of the pumpkins from our farm, so in it goes.
Yeah, in it goes. We're just gonna add it into a pot.
And we're gonna blend this with an immersion blender. You can do it in a blender, countertop blender, whatever, or a food processor, but an immersion blender is just very easy to use. Okay, blend until smooth, and don't worry if there's a few small little bits. Next up, we're gonna take this out and spread our butter. I love this bit. This is always one of my favorite bits. So just take a little bit, dollop, dollop, dollop.
So very simple. All we're gonna do is spread this right until the corners and try to get as consistent as spreading as we can.
And because we roast the pumpkins ourselves, you'll see little bits of where it charred, which just adds more caramelized notes to it. Okay, we have 250 grams of brown sugar. In on top of that, we're gonna add in our spices. So half a teaspoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of allspice, and 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Even go more cinnamon if you want. Just take a moment just to mix it all through.
And then it's just a matter of evenly spreading
it. Slowly sprinkle it. Just be careful here, and really, you want an even distribution of this. This is the bit that'll like caramelize and go jammy and gooey and oh. Okay, next step, we have our 20 centimeter springform tin, or else it is approximately 8 inches.
And this has just been buttered in the side for ease of extracting the cake.
Okay, this is the most fun part. You have to be quite specific here. Ideally, you would take out a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, totally cool. We want to go approximately 3 centimeters. So around there. And we want to be very consistent. Oh, beautiful, love it, right. So nicely, so first step we're gonna take is our first one here and roll it tightly.
Wow.
And on we go on to the next one. Line them up, take a moment to line them up.
Wow, it's amazing.
Oh, it's really fun to do. Okay, that's as much as we got. Okay, I'm gonna pop that down. So there's our center. And just make sure it's nice and tight and solid and consistent. And now we're gonna carefully pick up each one And if they do break, don't worry, just pick them up and you can go again.
You can kind of attach them on.
If you want to cut them in half just to make them easier to handle, work away, might be more deliberate. And just take your time with this one is what I'd most stress here, because often when people make cakes, you can get a touch of panic and that you don't trust yourself, but just take a minute. And if they do, even the bits where it's split, you can just conjoin them there. Beautiful thing about working with a light dough. Here we go, and now just to see if we can make it fit. Oh. Take a sec just to get it all the way in there. There we are, we got her in. Feels good, just banging it down to make sure it's all nice and level and looks great. I love the way this appears. What's gonna happen is as it pushes out, it won't have room to go, so it's gonna come up. So it is gonna rise up to around here. We're gonna bake this for 20 minutes as is, then we're gonna cover it and bake it for a further 30 minutes. So we wanna make sure this is cooked all the way through and not too doughy or gummy. Okay, so I baked this for 25 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, covered in a little bit of tin foil and baked it for another 35 minutes at 160 degrees. What we wanted to do is make sure the top is crispy, but that it cooks into the interior. So I let this cool for about 20 minutes, possibly the hardest part of this recipe. So open her up. Ready, this is always a nice reveal. Okay, ready. Oh, look at that. It's like rose, it's just beautiful.
Such a stunning. Do you want to take it off a little?
No, let's leave it. Perfect. Like, it's such a beautiful cake. And if it does, there is a touch of sag here. Don't worry, we're gonna put our icing over the top. And this isn't to be like the perfect cake. It's to be a nostalgic cinnamon swirl cake that's pumpkin spice and so good.
Just the taste is incredible. Okay, so now we're gonna make our cream cheese frosting to go over the top. We are going to sieve our icing sugar through a sieve now. So we've got 150 grams of icing sugar. We've got 160 grams of a vegan cream cheese. We're just gonna add that in.
We've got a little bit of oat milk, 2 to 3 tablespoons. Start with slightly less.
So we're gonna go with half of it to start with.
And we've got half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Take a whisk and just literally go in there. Here, you have a bit of fun with that.
It's nice and therapeutic again, a bit like the butter. Like, it's just really nice to bring it all together into this delicious cream cheese.
And when it starts, you'll lose faith and you kind of go, oh, this isn't going to work. But just be patient. And what we want to get is this smooth, silky, running, drizzling texture. So if it is a little too thick, just add a little bit more of the oat milk or even a little bit of water.
We are delighted.
Okay, once you're happy with it and it looks great, again, you could zest in lime, you could dress lemon, you could do all sorts of bits with it. I'm just going to drizzle bits over.
And the trick here is to have just enough amount that it's not completely drowned, and you do want to see the contrast between the different layers, and you do want to see the kind of circle-like effect of it. Okay, and all that is left to do at this wonderful stage is
Slice her up.
channel, be courageous. This is very important to channel your inner courage with this one.
So, like, because the outside will be a little bit crispy and the inside will be a little bit soft, you got to have conviction, as Dave said.
That is
Mr. Flynn, you want to give this a go?
Here we go.
Okay, pumpkin spice, cinnamon swirl. Like, look at those layers.
It's just outstanding. This is honestly one of the best cakes. We had a good bit earlier, so I know that this tastes outstanding. This works for all festivities. It's a centerpiece. It's such a good fall, autumn, winter type cake.
I love the inside. The inside is just like gooey and soft and caramelly and
to your good health.
Cakey and crispy.
We're the Happy Pear. For 20 years, we've been helping people eat more veg and try to live a healthier, happier life. If you're interested, we do have a community on our app that's supporting you. Do check that out. I'll put a link to that down below. And just to say thanks for giving us your attention. And this cake is really, really good. Bye.
Wish you a good day. Bye. Wow.
Wow.